Today we're going to make a shampoo. It's I've called it hair growth shampoo, but really it's for people who are experiencing hair loss for whatever reason. It could be stress related, it could be after you've had a baby. Most women experience hair loss. And we're going to use key ingredients from my garden, as you can see there. So we're going to have some rosemary and lavender, and then horsetail. I particularly don't grow horsetail because it's really a really horrible weed that just takes over your garden. So yeah, we're going to do that today, and we're going to use some essential oils like these two here. And we should be able to make about 400 ml of the shampoo. So yeah, let's get started. This shampoo will make about 400 ml. So we've got the stages here of your shampoos. The first stage is obviously the infusion of dried rosemary, lavender and horsetail. And here's the boiling herbs. I've got it to boil first and then simmer for about 20 minutes, and then I'll sieve that through to get the liquid. So I'll need about 230 of that, and then the second stage is using the alpha and the beta detergent, and then the third stage using omega and guar, and the fourth stage I'll be using D-panthenol and bioenergizer, and the preservative obviously, because about 4 grams, just mainly because we're using herbs, and then the fifth stage is essential oils. This is, you basically put what you want, about maybe 20 drops of whichever essential oils you like. Because we're already using the herbs like rosemary and lavender and the horsetail, I'd probably just put something that you like. For example, I don't know, geranium for example, or anything really that you like the smell of from your shampoo. So that's what we're going to do today. That's my formula there. And so yeah, just waiting for this to simmer now. It's been boiling for maybe 15 minutes now. It's just on a really low heat. So yeah, okay, get that going. So I'm going to explain why I've used rosemary, lavender and horsetail. Lavender, it's just simply because I love the smell and it's soothing and calming. Horsetail is meant to be really good for reducing hair loss, and it also contains a good source of saponins and silica. As you all know, silica is good for hair, nails, even the skin, and some people even take tablets that contain, silica complex, for example. And it's excellent for strength, adding strength to the hair and make it thick, and also adds shininess to the hair. Rosemary again is also really good for people with dandruff, people who have oily hair, and people who are trying to reduce their hair loss or trying to increase their hair growth. It promotes hair growth, and it also reduces. It prevents premature baldness by increasing the circulation to the scalp and nourishing the hair follicles. So that's why I've chosen to use these 3 particular ingredients. So I just did sieve that through. You can see there's still bits in there, so I'm going to use a muslin cloth to get all that impurity out, just to get really good clear liquid. Okay. Hi. So as you can see, I've passed it through the muslin cloth, and you've got that impurity there, and now you've got really good clear liquid. Hope to get about 330 ml from that. Okay. So as you can see, I've now measured the alpha detergent, and I've mixed it with the beta, so it's 40 and 40, and I've added them together, and that makes 80. Okay. So now I've also measured the, what I've boiled, the herbs that I've boiled, about 230 of that, and then I should mix this together. I've now mixed the infusion all the decoction into the detergent, and then I'm just gonna slowly mix it together. You can see it thickens up until it's dissolved. Just gonna hit, so that's, you can see already that's coming together. It's mixed up together really well. You can see already it's quite soapy. So you can do this at home. I need to buy expensive shampoo. Yeah. Right, so now I have mixed all together the guar gum, the omega and the preservative. So I'm just mixing it well together. You can see, sorry, I'm doing this while I'm also mixing. Mix it all together, and then we're going to try and just add some of that into there, slowly. Yeah, just make sure you have nothing at the edges. Okay, so it's just the 8 grams of the omega and 2 grams of guar gum and 4 grams of the preservative, that mixed together. And then we're going to get some of that detergent. You can see how thick already it is. That's your shampoo coming together. See, it's quite foamy already. Don't want to overdo it, because when it gets really soppy, it's hard to bottle them up, bottle the shampoo up. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So mix together. Now I'm going to cool this down so I can add the other stages. When you're adding the other stages, it should be about maybe 35 to 40 Celsius. So it shouldn't be too hot, because it will affect the other ingredients. Okay, so I'm just going to cool between 30 to 40 degrees Celsius. This is just coming to, I don't know if you can see very clearly. It's coming to 31, so that should be fine. It should be between 30 and 40. At this stage, we now add the ingredients of the 4th stage, which, as you might remember, is D-panthenol and bioenergizer. So bioenergizer is meant to, it's apparently research shows that it increases the number of hairs by around 10%. And hair growth by around 27%. You could just do a bit more research on that yourselves, but I've been using it and it really works for hair growth. So that's how it would look like, the bioenergizer. Let's say 16 degrees, should be 17. So that's how it looks like. It's a liquid, brownish liquid. And the D-panthenol is a clear liquid. So we've got 17 of each. We're just going to add these slowly into here. Doesn't really matter. Okay. And then we're going to add the bioenergizer as well. Should mix that together. Just make sure you've got everything off here, because they're quite heavy liquids, so make sure you scrap it out as well, otherwise you're just going to be losing. As you can see, it just keeps coming out. Okay, and then I'm going to mix these together. So the liquid now becomes a tiny bit more brown just because of the bioenergizer, as you can see. I'm going to try and scrape the edges out. Okay, so now we're at the 5th stage, where you add your essential oils. So, I mean, because you've already used rosemary, lavender and horsetail, you could still use, you know, these essential oils. You still use rosemary and lavender, but I prefer to choose something else. So I'm going to have some of Lang Lang. It's meant to be soothing. It's really good. And bergamot. Just not too much. I don't want it to be too. I mean, essential oils can be really strong, so you don't want it to be really strong. I mean, you could use up to 20 drops of each, but I will just use maybe 5 drops of each, just because also my husband uses this shampoo. So yeah, just not to get it too strong. So I'm going to use these two. The essential oil should be added when it's a bit cooler, because you don't want to. I mean, they don't really work well if it's too hot. So I mean, now this should have cooled down even further. Just because it's here doesn't mean it's on the heat, by the way. It's just I'm using this as a space for mixing it. Yeah, so we're going to use these two, and that will be it. That's it. That will be your shampoo made. Okay, thank you. So that's your shampoo made. All bottled up. Call it what you want. And the essential oils I've used and the herbs I've used.